In this world, you get paid for the value you deliver for others. So the only way to make big money is to solve bigger problems for people. I'll give you an example of a client A and a client B. Client A has a company which makes over $2 million for them. So you work with them as an agency, you offer any type of service. It could be landing page optimization, it could be social media marketing, it could just be lead generation, and you help them take their revenue from $2 million to $3 million. That means that's a 50% jump in their revenue. Let's say you ask for 1% of the increased revenue. So they will pay you 1% of that new $1 million that they made. That would be $10,000. That's good money. That's really good money for just one client. And if you were able to do it in about 2 to 3 months or 6 months time frame, that's really good. But let's take another example. Client B has a revenue of $200 million. That's a big company. Let's say you come in with them and you optimize their workflows, you're able to get their revenue from 200 million to $300 million. Just to give you an example, that's additional $100 million for them. The same 50% increment. And now you can charge 1% of that $100 million, and that would be $1 million. There was nothing different. You were offering the same service. The difference was in the type of client. The difference was in the scale at which the client was operating in. And that basically tells you that if you really want to make big money, you have to start solving rich people problems. So the best thing you can do today is to start finding out how to connect with people who are operating at scale, the successful and the richest people in the world. You can work with them. If you can wow them, if you can convince them to work with you, you will automatically have opportunities, you will automatically have scale, and you will automatically achieve the financial freedom that you've always been wanting to. So let me tell you how to network with the top 1% people in this world. And I have been doing it for the last 5 years. I've been able to meet and shoot podcasts and connect with the richest, most successful businessmen in India and abroad. So I have learned how to get started. I am not perfect at it, but this has what been working for me. But even before you think about networking with the top 1%, the first question to ask is, have you built enough value in yourself? It's all about giving value and then receiving value as a byproduct without even expecting it. So the question to ask yourself is, do you have value in yourself? And if you don't, then it's time to build value in the first 12 months. So stop everything that you're doing. There's no value of networking with people, going to events and conferences and shaking hands with people and connecting on LinkedIn. Stop everything. The first 12 months should just be about building value. It should be learning skills, getting experience, working with some clients, and building your story. Your 1-minute pitch, whenever you talk to someone, should create enough curiosity and wow someone to keep talking to you for the next 1 hour. And that is the secret to connect with people, to make people want to meet you, to make people connect you with other people in their own network. So always focus on this one thing. How can you build value in yourself? You could be someone who learns to code, builds an app, launches an app, and generates some revenue and talks about it on social. You could be someone who's into design, who's able to build great interfaces for companies and has a lot of case studies around it as a contractor, as a freelancer. You could also be a video editor working with the biggest creators out there and helping them drive revenue and views at the same time, and having your story out there on social. It's all about building a skill, practicing that skill, getting numbers, and talking about it on social. When you do a combination of all of this, you've built intrinsic value in yourself as a person. And when you have value, the next step then is to start reaching out to the right places. So I want to ask you this question. Tell me in the comment section after pausing this video, where do you think the richest people hang out? Where are those places where you will find the best people? People who are operating at their optimal capacity. People who've built massive businesses. Well, you certainly not find them sitting around in malls or in normal cafes here and there. You'll find them in third places. Third place is a concept which has recently come up, in which you would not want to meet people in an office. That's too formal. And you should not meet people at your home. That is too casual. So where do you meet people? You meet them at third places. These are environments which are made to network with people. These could be golf clubs, these could be private clubs, these could also just be great gyms in which you can meet people and talk to people and gym together and build a connection that way. Just places which have high barrier of entry but also have high quality people going there and interacting with each other and building value through that. But how will you get inside? That's the very important question to ask. There's a book called Third Door by Alex Banyan, which talks about exactly how you do it. And the way to get inside in some of the most exclusive places like clubs and events and parties and these gyms is to find your wingman. In your entire story of building value, another thing to do is to build connections with people who know others. This is your wingman. A wingman is basically a person who is expert at networking, who knows everyone, who can get you in every place that you want to. How will you find them? There's no recipe for it. You'll just meet people occasionally and you'll find people who go to events a lot often. And so they know what's happening in the city. They know who is meeting who. They love to gossip. They love to tell you secrets of other people. And so try to talk to them as much as possible. Establish a connection with them. Now the job of this wingman is to basically go around with you in these events, in these parties, and introduce you to everyone else. And they will do that because they take it as a pride or as a proud thing to say that I have a friend like this. Let me introduce you to a friend of mine who has built a massive YouTube channel and he can help you with social. Or hey, Ishan, let me introduce you to this amazing founder friend of mine who's building this massive company, solving this huge problem and getting $10 million of revenue right now. Let me introduce you to both of them. They just love connecting people. So find such people and go out to events with them. Once you build your value, go out with them and let them introduce you to other people. You don't even have to say anything yourself. They will automatically go and pitch you to other people. They'll say that, hey, you should check out this person. This person has built a massive YouTube channel. This person has wrote a book. This person has built a marketing agency. And they will hype you up in front of other people. And that is the best thing that you can do. I'll give you an example. So I went to Soho House, which is in Mumbai. This is a place which is a private club that you have to get a membership for. And once you get inside, you could basically have access to anyone who's sitting there. I saw Bhumi Pednekar over there. I saw Hrithik Roshan there. I saw Ananya Pandey over there. I saw all of these movie stars. I saw Kunal Shah there. I saw Ritesh Agarwal there. I see all of these founders and celebrities just hanging out there in that space. You cannot open your phone over there. It is prohibited to actually use your phone. So what you do is you go there and you just talk and you have a person-to-person connection. You're not taking pictures with them. You're not becoming a fan, but you're just starting a conversation, figuring out how we can work together, or just having a chill conversation about life. Now, you will certainly not find rich people on email, right? Let me make that very clear. Yes, you can reach out to people who are executive assistants. You can reach out to people who are, managers or other people like that. But if you want to network with the top 1%, you have to be in person, offline, in-person events where you can talk to them and establish a natural, genuine connection. And so that is really important. Once that is clear, let's now figure out how do you actually meet all of these people in person? How do you connect with them offline? I got connected with a founder who was a member at Soho House. So he took me there, and apparently you can, as a member of Soho House, you can take 3 more people with you inside. So he took me and a couple of my friends as well. So we went inside and we met a lot of people. The first person I met was Ranveer Alabadia. He was just sitting there. He saw me, I saw him. This is like 3 years ago. And I reached out to him and he was like, I saw your content, I like your work, and I was a huge fan of his work. So we sat down and we had a great conversation for the next 1 or 2 hours. After I had a chat with them, he stood up, he went around, and then I followed him and he introduced me to everyone, saying that this is the next big YouTube icon of the country. He was genuinely hyping me up in front of everyone out there. And so I was able to build a connection just by being there. I didn't have a thought that I will meet people. I was just going there to chill and I just find people randomly like that. So you do that. On the weekends, you go to these events, you find people who can get you into these doors, into these parties, into these clubs, into these gyms, and then you start networking. How do you network? Well, it's all about having that confidence to communicate effectively. And I saw this with Ranveer. He basically had a great chat with me, but then he stood up and he just slided through people. Like he just had this ability. I don't know, he must have built it through years of practice, but he was able to just break into conversations with anyone. There would be 5 people talking about something and he would just say some statement or some compliment and people would immediately look at him and start laughing or start talking to him or start shaking his hand. And I think that's a quality that you need to build with time. Learn how to break the ice. Whenever you start talking to people, don't just sit there or ask questions. Start figuring out how do you maybe crack a joke. Maybe you have a statement. Maybe you have an insight. Maybe you find something nice about that person, so you compliment that. That is a great way to start a conversation with anyone. And you don't even need to know who that person is. You could just be having a curiosity of just meeting everyone in this room and just reach out to them that, hey, I like what you said about that. What are you doing? What are you building? Tell me more about you. And so it could be just that. And people are genuinely interested in talking to other people. You might think that most people are in and of themselves. That is true for some people, but majority people want to connect with you. They want to understand you. They want to learn from you. And that is why they will talk to you. And again, the first time that they ask you, what are you building? Is when you have to craft your 1 minute pitch, and it has to wow them. It should light up their eyes. For example, let's say someone reaches out to me and asks me a question that, hey, what do you do? Tell me about yourself. Now, in my 1 minute pitch, I always make sure that I only tell enough about myself that makes them question and ask more things about me, so that they can keep a great conversation ahead with me. So I would basically just say that, hey, I am Ishan. I've built a YouTube channel with 1.7 million subscribers, teaching people about skills and AI. On the side, I also run a marketing agency with my roommate, and we have an office in Bangalore, and I'm 23. And on the same hand, I've also published a book called as Unlocking Unicorn Secret, and I was just here with my friend to explore what's happening in Soho House, for example. Now, this 1 minute pitch gives people enough content to ask you questions on. The first question will be like, that's crazy, you have so many subscribers, how did you do it? Tell me your story. Then they'll ask me that you started your company with your roommate. That sounds like a dreamy startup story. Tell me more about it. How did you do it? Oh, you got an office in Bangalore. It must be really hard to survive in Bangalore because of the traffic or because of any other thing. Or you must be paying a lot of rent for that. And then they'll ask, oh, you're 23 right now and you've built so many things. How did you do it? Tell me more about it. There are so many questions that people can ask because of this 1 minute pitch that I've just given them. And if you can craft it and perfect it, that is the best thing that you can do. Because most people, whenever they're meeting someone, they'll ask, what are you doing and who are you? And they all give very bland replies that, oh, I'm just a developer working with React, or I'm just a designer, I'm a freelance designer, I work with some creator. But they're never able to wow people, so people forget about them. And the best thing you can do is to make them remember you. Because if they can remember you and the next time you meet them again, they will instantly connect with you. They will instantly reach out to talk to you. This is very important. You have to stick out. You have to say your life story in 1 minute that makes them remember you forever. Now, the worst thing that you can do when you're talking to the top 1% people is to start selling them. Let's say you have a design service, or let's say you offer landing page service, and the first thing you say that, hey, what is your website? Are you looking for landing page optimization? Most people will ignore you. They will go back and they will stop talking to you. You should never do that. However, what you can do is you can reach out to them and just ask them questions that, hey, what business are you building? How did you start this company? What do you sell? Who do you sell it to? How are you getting your customers? Just ask as many questions as possible. Another question could just be asking that, okay, this is your traction channel. What is your CAC looking like? Have you explored social media marketing? And so when you ask all of these questions, it makes them ask you questions as well. They might ask you that, why are you asking about social media? Is there anything specific? Then you can say that, oh, I work with a lot of clients on social media, so I was just curious about your journey. And so you're not selling to them, you're just introducing yourself and asking questions and being curious. They will automatically tell you their problem. So you meet someone, you break the ice, you ask about what they're building, and then you just keep asking questions, and they will automatically tell you the problem that they're facing right now. And once you have an idea of their problem, see if you can solve them, or see if there is someone else in your network who can solve it for you. The bottom line is, it's really important for you to focus on delivering as much value as possible without expecting anything in return, because your goal should be to make someone remember you. It could be by offering your services, by just going and over delivering when you did not have to. But when you do that, or connecting people with other people in your network, but when you do this, they remember you for the way you made them feel. And then whenever there is a friend of theirs who needs some help, they will instantly connect you with them. This happened with me so many times. I was connected with VCs, connected with founders, I was connected with creators, I was connected with billionaires. And so they would just basically say that, hey, I'm connecting you with this person who needs help with this, please help out. Or, hey Ishan, I know that you're working on your content. I know there's another founder who is struggling with your content. They're my good friends, so I recommended you to them. Please have a look at them and see what you can do. So it just happens automatically. Because you've delivered so much value to them, they won't think twice before connecting you with some other person and giving you value. And you have to focus on never being needy. Don't go, if someone is famous, don't go and just take a picture with them. Because as soon as you do that, you establish a fan celebrity connection. And yes, you'll get your photo, but is that all that you want from them? Don't you want to work with them? Don't you want to build a company? Don't you want to get value? The best way to do that is to never be needy. Always reach out to them, talk to them, have a great conversation. Don't go for any other surface level thing. exit all of this. Never ask them for their phone number. I see so many people who reach out to me in events and they're like, hey, Ishan, I love your work. Can you connect on phone number? And my immediate response is, I don't even know you. We didn't even have a good conversation. Like, you just said hi. You said that you watch my videos and now you want to connect with me on phone, on WhatsApp? That makes no sense. And so always stay away from this, because when you do that, you might even get the phone number, but you will lose respect in the mind of that person. But now let me tell you the reality of networking with people, which no one tells you. It is very easy to make a connection. It's 10 times harder to maintain a connection. It's very easy for you to go to an event and talk to people and make a connection with them and get their phone number or get some value from them. But it's incredibly hard to get to connect with them deeply in the long term. And I suck at this even today. My friend, who's Kushal, does this really well. So what he does is, he basically knows how to stay in touch with someone that they met before. So for example, let's say you meet founder of a big company, of a listed company, and some news comes, some positive news comes, or they tell you about their own life, their kids, some dates that they're interested about, anything that interests them. Take note of it. I want you all to meet people and maintain a Google Doc in which you're noting everything about them. I know this might sound weird, but this is the best way for you to remember their dates, remember what matters to them, and then follow up with them on it. Reach out to them for it. Their important dates, sending a simple gift might cost you 500 rupees, but for them it will mean a lot. And they will always put you first in anything that they are doing, in any value that they can provide to you. They will reach out to you first than any other person. Put in the effort every weekend to figure out how can you check up on all of these people that you've connected with before. It could be someone who's at a CXO level of a big company. It could even be your boss or any person who is senior to you, but you want to connect with them deeply. Remember their dates. Remember what matters to them. Follow up with them on that. Just send simple text. It is not spamming. You might think that, oh, I don't want to disturb them again and again. It's not like that. You really want to establish a long-term connection with them, and this is the best way to do it. I've met Ritesh Agarwal, I've met Zerodha founders, I've met Bhavesh of Ola, I've met all of these founders of Indian startup ecosystem, and this is the best thing that I've learned from them. You have to understand one thing: if there's anyone who's successful and has a big connection network, they like to show off things. They're always, comparing who has a bigger car, who has a richer lifestyle, who has a bigger house, who is going on a great first-class vacation. So they're always comparing people. Now, when you come in their life, you become another thing to talk about, to flaunt to their friends that, hey, I know this friend who's building this massive YouTube channel, or hey, I know this person who is an epic designer and who's worked at this startup and driven this much revenue for them. And so you become like a way for them to flaunt in front of their friends. And that is the best thing that you can do, because then they will automatically connect you with other people and they'll say, let me introduce you to my friend group. And that is just even more opportunities for you. I'm telling you, this is literally how you can scale your company and your network and your connections 10x without even sending cold emails. Yes, cold emails are effective, but if you really want to network with the top 1%, you have to go offline. You have to go one-on-one. You have to have a wingman. You have to focus on delivering value. And that is how you network with the top 1% in this world. I am currently on a flight traveling back to India from Seattle, and I wish nothing more than success for you. Thank you so much for watching this video till the very end. Hit the like button and subscribe. If you have any questions, let me know below in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video, hopefully from India. Bye.